I told my parents I don't love my stepsister and never want to spend time with her again. I've known my stepsister Megan since I was 9 and she was 7. She's 15 now, and for 8 years she's been the most consistently rude person I've ever met. She complains about everything in the nastiest way possible. When we were younger, her mom's friend babysat us one evening. The lady made us this really nice chicken and rice dinner, and I thought it was pretty good. But Megan took one bite and announced she'd rather eat her own puke because it would taste better than this garbage. Then she kept going, saying grosser and grosser things until I couldn't even finish eating. The worst example was my 13th birthday. We went to this Italian place downtown, and Megan ordered pizza pasta bake but wanted it extra crispy. When it came out, she loudly announced it was disgusting and tasted like someone had died in it. She told the waitress they didn't know how to cook and that she'd rather eat a turd. Other families were staring at us while she went on and on about how it tasted like dead roaches. She does this everywhere we go. At hair salons, she'll tell the stylists they're terrible at their job. Once she made a makeup artist cry by saying she made everyone look ugly and old and shouldn't be working. She ruins movies by constantly complaining they're boring, calls my video games stupid, and just never stops being negative about everything. My dad and stepmom have been trying to force us to bond for years. They'd plan these sister activities like mani-pedis, shopping trips, and spa days. I went along with it because they really wanted us to be close, but I hated every minute of it. 2 weeks ago was the final straw. My stepmom booked us massages and facials at this nice spa downtown. I was actually excited until Megan started her usual routine. She told the massage therapist her hands were too rough and she didn't know what she was doing. During the facial, she complained that the products smelled weird and the lady was being too gentle. The staff tried to accommodate her, but she kept getting ruder and louder. Finally, the manager came over and politely asked us to leave because she was disrupting other customers. I was mortified walking out of there. That night, I told my dad I was done with sister bonding activities. He said they'd find something else for us to do together, but I told him no. I said I hated every second I spent with her and wasn't doing it anymore. A few days later, they sat me down for a serious talk. My stepmom said she knew Megan could be difficult, but she loved me and didn't want to lose me as a sister. My dad said they wanted to help us work through this. That's when I finally told them the truth. I said I'd never been close to Megan and only went along with their plans because they wanted me to. I explained that I'd always disliked her, that I don't love her or consider her family, and that I'm embarrassed to be seen with her when she acts like that. I told them she's a pretty awful person, and my feelings about that just get stronger as she gets worse with age. I said having her in my life wasn't better than being an only child. Megan was apparently listening from the hallway and heard everything. She came in crying and promised she'd try to do better, but honestly, even if she changed completely, I don't think I could suddenly love her after 8 years of this behavior. My dad asked why I never spoke up sooner, and I told him they knew exactly how she acted because they heard everything she said. I reminded him that they were the adults and shouldn't need an 8-year-old to point out their kid was being awful to everyone. Now my dad and stepmom seem mad that I feel this way and always have, but I can't force myself to love someone just because our parents got married.